right here. Well, this video of content creator Miraji has been trending, where she's asking women not to compare their husbands to other husbands. Take a listen to her.
Stop comparing your husband to social media husbands. This is something I used to do earlier on in my marriage. Every time I see like a man complimenting his wife or like, oh my gosh, girl, you look so good, you look so... I used to feel so bad because nobody told my husband sabi popular love to me. And it's funny because I'm not even the kind of person that likes compliments. Anytime a friend of mine compliments me, like, Gloria, you fine today. Trust me to start saying stupid things like, I beg, waiting, no, they wash me were just waiting I wear. That is me. So why all of a sudden do I care how another man is complimenting his wife? Men are not the same. Men are different. They can be similar in some things, but ideally men are different. There are ways that women pour pure love on their husbands on social media. Or they see woman when they say she will cook some kind crazy meals. And I wait till they crave and they cook for the whole house. Anything when me I want chop, now everybody go chop. And my husband knows that I'm different. Like not every woman is the same. I don't want to brag, but I can tell you for free that my husband love me die. Anybody will see us from outside, go they ask, what do you use? What is the secret to this love? Because when my husband say they pop your love for me, I know. You're saying I ain't born me. You're saying I...
Well, that's got a number of people reacting. Well, singer Bella Shmurda steps in to allay the palpable fear of many ladies over the growing popularity of Associate Professor Gigi. Now, well, Bella Shmurda says a secure woman that's offering value doesn't have any reason to be scared or triggered by Gigi. My ladies, just be valuable. No man is ready to lose that. And value doesn't necessarily mean monetary. A lot of people reacting to what he said. Now, this is what's been trending in Nigeria about a certain university where you need to learn how to treat women. Yes, and a lot of people signing up. A lot of Nigerian young men and men signing up to that social media, so-called social media university. Well, boxer Anthony Joshua poses a thought-provoking question about the late Michael Jackson. He said, one of the world's mysteries is how Michael Jackson went from being black to being white. Okay, one of the world's mysteries is how Michael Jackson went from being black to being white. All right, there, just leave that apart. Well, Regina Daniels goes open about her husband complimenting her and saying that she works too much and then she needs time to rest. And then there's a video where he was just reacting to her work ethic and asking that she takes more time to rest. And then a number of thoughts around that, with people giving their comments and saying how necessary it was or unnecessary. Because this social media, people will still talk about anything that you put out there. Now, I did tell you that Iyabojo's daughter, Priscilla, had her baby yesterday. And just before, not more than 24 hours of posting the baby's picture online, that account has garnered over 100,000 followers on social media, on Instagram, 100,000 followers. But I did drop something on Facebook, and I'll just take a comment from some of you. All right. Popular cleric Paul Adefarasi has stirred controversy after declaring during a sermon that he does not believe Nigeria was created by God. Now, he said that Nigeria was a colonial creation designed to serve the economic interests of the British. And some of you dropping your thoughts. Someone says, okay, makes sense. He's right. The only people created by God are Adam and Eve. Let's divide. Oh, what's this? Okay. We just let you continue that conversation right there on social media. Now, the impact of social media really, truly, you cannot underemphasize or even overemphasize it, because less than 24 hours, well, we've seen more of these follows, or someone garner followers, millions of followers in 24 hours and 48 hours in just a week, depending on what causes their virality. But in this case, where it's a baby and the page is opened, and in less than 24 hours you already have 100,000 people not liking the pictures but following, and then you want to look at social media status, or even how important it may be for those people who are entertainers or content creators or media personalities or social media personalities, and how this just improves their lifestyle. We're going to talk about this in the course of the week, right? Social media and its influence, and it's going to be on entertainment today. So stay tuned, as we're going to have great conversations this week. It's being entertainment today on Today 95.1 FM, Voice of the People. My name is Queen Chima. Thank you so much for listening. The World News at 12 will be live with Faustina Oputu. But before then, do have yourself a great week. Make sure you stay safe and keep listening to Today 95.1 FM, Voice of the People. Good morning.
I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM.
Wetin dey happen like? They say what? Nah, this one wahala be like bicycle. They just dey quick. Wetin dey happen? Now for Today 95.1 FM, 5 p.m. Monday to Friday, bomb. Now here you go here. Wetin dey happen for Naija and Obodo the world. Now that time where we dey bring you ogbonge story them, we go shock you. You go wonder, say na person do like this. Now so we dey bring am, come give you acid the hot. Now where we dey find way to sweep this country? Don't run. You go stay blood in the chopper. You say this one. No worry. When time I reach, I'll say I want to take. Let's see where they go.
Homeland is homeland.
Me, I go put get for them. I no go be get man at that time for airport. Wetin dey happen? Make you no miss Mazi Ike God Ike Nwachuku and MC Kuro for Wetin dey happen. You go enjoy yourself. No forget to say woman dey chop our recharge card woto. I don dey tell una say this place na education center. As you sit down here with us from Monday to Friday, you go enjoy Wetin dey happen. Wetin dey happen? Make you no miss am at all.
What's a successful business without sales? And what is sales without an audience? Well, do you know that you can reach 8 million listeners across 6 states in 2 geopolitical zones all at once? How? With Today 95.1 FM, you can get millions of people to know about your business. And what does that mean to you? More sales. Call 081 389 2850 now for more information.
Whether it's happening in Port Harcourt, South Sound, Nigeria, or around the world, we've got you covered. On air, online, delivering balanced news and unbiased analysis. Today, 95.1 FM.
This is Today, 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt. News.
Hello and good afternoon. This is the World News on your premium talk radio, Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt. I am Faustina Oputu. In the headlines, President Bola Tinubu arrives Brasilia on state visit to strengthen economic ties with Brazil. PDP governors falls ADC position on forum's Zamfara meeting. On the foreign scene, U.S. health authorities suspend license for vaccine against chikungunya virus. Details in a moment. And now the details of the news. President Bola Tinubu has arrived in Brasilia to begin a state visit aimed at strengthening diplomatic and economic ties with Brazil. According to a statement by presidential spokesman Bayo Nanuga, Tinubu landed at the Brasilia International Airport at 12:30 a.m. today. It said the president, who flew in from Los Angeles, United States, was received by senior Brazilian government officials at the Brasilia Air Base. Nanuga said officials who welcomed Tinubu at the airbase included Ambassador Carlos Dot, Secretary for Africa and the Middle East, Jose Gassetti, Ambassador of Brazil to Nigeria, and Nigeria's Minister of State Foreign Affairs, Bianca Ojukwu. Other ministers, heads of key government agencies and private sector members who will participate in a string of bilateral talks and agreement signings later welcomed President Tinubu to his hotel. During the state visit, President Tinubu will meet with the President of the Brazilian Senate at the National Congress, the President of the Chamber of Deputies, and the President of the Supreme Federal Court. He will also participate in the Nigeria-Brazil Business Forum as part of a packed program in Brazil. The People's Democratic Party Governors Forum has offended its meeting held in Zamfara State over the weekend, faulting the African Democratic Congress ADC for what it described as an attempt to politicize human lives instead of showing empathy to victims of insecurity. In a statement, the Director General of the PDP Governors Forum, Emmanuel Abu, said since some members left the party for the ADC, the PDP has grown stronger, more focused and determined to stay on course. Just days after attacks claimed lives in parts of Zamfara, PDP governors convened their meeting in Gusau, the state capital, on Friday and Saturday. In response, the ADC's National Publicity Secretary, Bolaji Abdullahi, called on President Bola Tinubu to declare a state of emergency in Zamfara, accusing the PDP of lacking empathy for human lives and being solely driven by the quest for power. Reacting, PDP Governors Forum described the ADC's statement as an irresponsible attack, adding that playing politics and trying to gain political capital with human lives was not its stock in trade, as it's characteristic of the ADC. The governor stressed the worsening security situation in the country was a major concern and therefore dominated their deliberations and resolutions. The Executive Director of the Youth and Environmental Advocacy Center, YIC Nigeria, Fineface Dumnamen, has declared that the Ogoni people are not prepared for the resumption of oil exploration in the area. Speaking in an interview with Today FM's Ifunanya Obemendukwe, Fineface noted that oil exploration in Ogoni land was suspended 30 years ago following the federal government's failure to address the people's demands, which is contained in the Ogoni Bill of Rights submitted to the federal government in 1990. Dumnamene outlined three major issues captured in the Ogoni Bill of Rights, including environmental degradation, political marginalization, and economic strangulation of Ogoni land, stating that these issues have yet to be addressed.
The reason why Ogoni is not ready and prepared to host any oil company now is because several things that the Ogoni people demanded for have not been addressed. The Ogoni Bill of Rights talks about three key things that needs to be done and achieved before we can open the doors for oil extraction to commence again. The very first one is environmental degradation. Cleanup is still ongoing. It has not been achieved even to the 5%. And you are talking about resumption of oil. You want to introduce new pollution to what we already have on the ground. Another part of it is political marginalization. We still have a radar to the where Ogoni is second major ethnic group. And Ogoni has not been governor, and Ogoni has not been speaker, and Ogoni has not been deputy governor, and Ogoni has not been chief judge of River State. So a lot of political positions are not still being given to the Ogoni people. They are not being considered. If you look at Ogoni now, nothing is happening there. No industries.
Dumnamene also criticized the oil resumption committee set up to engage with the Ogoni people, stating that it failed to conduct a validation workshop. The executive director, YIC Nigeria, maintained that the submissions presented to the federal government do not reflect the collective interest of the Ogoni people. Meanwhile, the coordinator of the River State Response Team on Violence Against Women and Children, Tombari Dunka Koti, has emphasized the need for communities to abolish harmful traditional practices. Dunka Kote was speaking on the prevalence of female genital mutilation, FGM, also referred to as female circumcision, in Abua Odwa, local government area of River State, following A research study on gender-based violence conducted by the Medical Women's Association of Nigeria, M1, River State chapter. Addressing newsmen on the sidelines of the Gender-Based Violence Project Inception meeting and the inauguration of the Project Steering Committee organized by M1, Dunka Kote noted that women who have undergone circumcision are increasingly facing rejection, even from men within their communities. He stressed that female genital mutilation is a practice that must be abolished and urged the government, civil society and all stakeholders to collaborate in addressing the rising incidence of gender-based violence in River State.
Because of the prevalence of harmful traditional practice in Abua, in fact, we have now said the 23 local government areas of River State. But in that of Abua, female genital mutilation has been a very disturbing one because even of recent, a state technical committee was inaugurated, of which I'm a member, to see what we can do concerning the elimination of female genital mutilation in Abua. Communities should abolish harmful practices. There are practices that were there before now that have been abolished. So issues like female genital mutilation should also be abolished for better practices. Some women are caught, they bled to death. Some others are stitched. They cannot give birth. They cannot have intercourse with their partner. But some of them, in the same community where they were caught, are being rejected by the men.
You're listening to the World News on Today 95.1 FM, Voice of the People. After the break, more news, foreign and sports stories. Do stay tuned.
Every day, every hour, when the big stories break, depend on our 24-hour news team to bring you the latest. Today, 95.1 FM.
Thanks for staying tuned. Now to the rest of the stories. The Umekune family of Umakoro town in Igbo Kingdom, a local government area of River State, has criticized operatives of the River State Police Command over the continued detention of their son, Chijoke Onyegurum, in connection with an alleged murder case. Reacting to claims by some members of the family, the paramount ruler of Umakoro town, Eze Innocent Mosu, dissociated Apostle Eugene Ogu from allegations of land grabbing and murder in Umekune, urging the public to disregard what he described as false accusations against the cleric. Eze Mosu clarified that the renowned clergyman had genuinely purchased land from their family with all documents duly signed, and that the proceeds of the transaction were shared among family members, including two sisters who allegedly later conspired with suspected land grabbers to reclaim the land. The monarch threatened legal action against those spreading the false information and the channels used to circulate it, just as he clarified that his family had no involvement in Chokota community, Igboeche, where the killing allegedly occurred.
We have a land issue with our married sisters who married for years back. They are members of our family, but married outside. 9 December 2024, 17th December, when they came with their thugs and the police of River State here to demolish our buildings. So we were chased out from the community. Since that time, we have never come back to that community again. Till today, well, I'm surprised that they accuse Chijoke Onyegurum, even when they have arrested him. Chijoke Onyegurum was among the people, their houses were bulldozed and have no place to find in Omakre anymore. Everybody ran away. It's more than 1 month now they have arrested Chijoke Onyegurum. What is stopping them charging him to court? So for Apostle Eugene Ogu, which they mentioned, is a genuine man who came genuinely to our land, bought his property genuinely.
Eze Nwosu accused two of their family sisters married out of the community of conspiring with suspected land grabbers in the company of police operatives, destroying family property and forcefully evicting them from the community. On his part, the oldest man in the Umekune family, Emmanuel Mwakwo, condemned the continuous detention of Onyegurum nearly a month after his arrest, describing it as an illegal breach of his fundamental rights.
We are not aware of what she said. We were driven away from our community after demolishing our properties, our houses, and all our belongings, and all of us were chased out, even including Chijoke Onyegurum, who is now in police custody. All of us went out from that Uma community to different destinations up till now. So I am surprised to hear that after 3 weeks or 2 weeks that we have been chased out from the community, that Chijoke Onyegurum and his gang killed Sopriche Pele and the other members of all and their groups in the bush. Whatever that happens in the bush, we don't know. I'm trying to appeal to the Commissioner of Police and the Nigerian police in general that they should desist land grabbers from Igbo community so that Igbo will have a rest in their community. So we are suffering from land grabbers.
The management of Delta Technologies and Property Limited has alerted the public that some unknown individuals are attempting to defraud unsuspecting persons of their hard-earned money by falsely claiming to represent the company in land sales. The company advised the members of the public who are interested in doing business with Delta Technologies and Property Limited to only visit its office located at Eze SK Miegua Plaza, opposite Road 2 Pipeline by Dylan's Hotels, Rumaholo. Speaking to newsmen in Port Harcourt, the head of the legal department, Christopher Emeka Odo, emphasized that Delta Technologies and Property Limited is a duly registered company engaged in real estate and property development. Emeka Odo warned that anyone caught attempting to defraud the public under the guise of representing the company will face the full weight of the law.
The Delta Technologies Properties Limited is into buying and selling of properties, estate management, and before the company do buy, they conduct a due diligence in the search for the genuinity of the properties they intend to buy and they intend to sell to the general public. But recently, it has come to the notice of the company that some persons unknown to the company are employing some fraudulent means to undo the company. We therefore give the general public the notice to come to the office, conduct a search concerning a prospective property they intend to buy from the company in our office, located and situated at opposite Road 2 Pipeline, Rumaholo, in the local government area, River State, Nigeria.
Emeka Odo also reaffirmed the company's commitment to serving the public through genuine land acquisition processes. He disclosed that due to increasing patronage, the company has expanded its operations with new offices established in Apo, Abuja and Yola, Adamawa states. The Port Harcourt City local government candidate for the Action Democratic Party ADP for the forthcoming local government election in Rivers State, Owuru Nyeche Kenneth, has pledged to prioritize the city's cleanliness, beautification, and the restoration of its guarding city reputation. Kenneth, who made this known during a rally of the party in Falga, alongside party leadership and members, also promised to promote job creation and human capital development if elected as mayor. He further urged residents to vote for the ADP, stressing that the party represents genuine change across all sectors of the local government.
Okay, we have a rally today for my party. I'm contesting for the local government chairman of Port Harcourt. We are prepared. You can see, to everybody, they are saying this election to be a selection, but I think I want the people of Port Harcourt to select who they want, and I believe I am the right person for the work. Yeah, with what I'm saying, it will be peaceful. Only that I think the awareness or the time frame, I don't think people are aware of it, but I think it will be peaceful. For that, I don't think I have power to control that, but I believe they should do the right thing.
Also speaking, the ADP chairman in River State, Kendrick Christian, while expressing confidence in the party's chances of victory, cautioned the River State Independent Electoral Commission, RISIEC, against rigging the process and warned they will not be pleased if the electoral process was hijacked.
If you're in Falga, you don't know Papa Modo, you don't know the ADP, that means you're not in Falga. So that speaks volume of how prepared we are for the election. We're ready to test our popularity and we know that we'll win. Best way you can take us out of the election is to rig us. And if you rig us, the people will not be happy with you. So RISIEC should be aware. Every other person, stakeholders who is concerned should be aware. We're out here we're not here to joke. We came to the pool with open mind. When the people love you, you're not concerned about those things. The person in question, Kenneth, is a loved person already. This is his city, this is his community. We moved around. I'm sure you saw fathers, mothers, everybody coming out of their house. So we're not concerned about that. I just told you clearly that if you don't see us on the victory day, know that we've been robbed and we're not going to take it lightly. We'll take it to any length.
On his part, the publicity secretary of the party, Goodluck Chizunum Azuwena, called on the Rivers people to reject the ideology of a selection process, emphasizing that full participation in the elections will change the narrative.
People like us, the ADP, we are validating the democracy in this whole election. If we do not participate in the election, there wouldn't be a democratic election. So we're here to give people an alternative, to tell you we have a young candidate. He's young, he's vibrant, he's not been in the political scene. A lot of times people tell you, we need experienced politicians, but I think we don't need experienced politicians anymore. We've had enough of them. And what experience have we gotten from experienced politicians? We actually need people that have excelled in the private sector, and he has excelled in the private sector. And we need a proper administration. When you do private business properly, you can actually do public business properly. We can trust you with something. But we are filled with politicians that have not done anything apart from politics. And that's why the government is as it is today. So we're trying to give them an option.
Today FM's Sandra Kenneth reports that the running mate of the Falga candidate, Biambo Ibigo Gloria, appealed to women to show their full support, assuring that the ADP will address their concerns and aspirations if elected. The River State government has reaffirmed its commitment to youth development, unity and peace as the state joined the rest of the world to mark the 2025 International Youth Day. The three-day celebration, which began on Thursday 21st August through Saturday 23rd of August 2025, was organized by the River State Ministry of Youth Development and held at the Obiwale International Conference Center in Port Harcourt. The global theme was Youth Advancing Multilateral Cooperation Through Technology and Partnerships, while the sub-theme was Fostering Unity and Peace Among Rivers Youths. Speaking at the official opening ceremony, the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Youth Development, River State, Roma Chinedu Keje, said the International Youth Day was an opportunity for Rivers Youths to embrace innovation, partnerships and peace, while also healing old divisions.
Here in Rivers State, we have chosen to mark this celebration with a blend of seminars, exhibitions, Thanksgiving and rededication service of Rivers Youth, and a grand finale celebration which will feature awards to persons who have distinguished themselves in the youth space. This year's global theme reminds us that the future of the world rests in the hands of young people who can work together across borders, cultures, and technologies to solve problems. At the same time, our local theme, which is fostering unity and peace amongst Rivers youth, speaks directly to our context. Divisions within our youth bodies have weakened our collective strength for many years. This year's celebration provides a platform to heal from those divisions, to build unity and to promote peace as a foundation for progress.
On his part, the sole administrator of Rivers State, Vice Admiral Ibokete Ibas, who was represented by the Secretary to the State Government, Professor Ibibia Lucky Warika, described the event as historic and the first in over a decade since Rivers Youths under the umbrella of the National Youth Council of Nigeria gathered in unity to celebrate International Youth Day. Professor Ibibia Warika, while assuring of his administration's commitment to empowering youth through initiatives, urged youths not to allow themselves to be used as tools of violence in the forthcoming local government elections.
We are going to do a complete renovation of the Yakubu Gowon Stadium in Rivers State. We are increasing funding as well as the operational dynamics of the Rivers State Microfinance Agency to ensure that small and medium-scale enterprises have access to funds for their sustenance, development of our communities. Our youths will be in the forefront in terms of access to soft loan facilities and funds, especially for enterprises. We call on our youths to take the initiative and set up cooperatives and business enterprises that will benefit tremendously from the new financial flow. The strength of our youths is not in oil and gas, nor in conflicts and fighting or militants. Our diversity from the upland to the riverine, from one community to another, is a blessing, not a barrier. When our youth support one another across ethnic, political and religious divides, we all grow stronger and together. You, the youth of Rivers State, Nigeria, Africa and indeed the world, you carry strength, creativity and resilience. You are not only the leaders of tomorrow, you are already the builders of today.
Also, participants who shared their experiences described the 2025 International Youth Day in Rivers State as a festival of unity, excellence and renewed hope for the future.
I'm happy to be a part of the 2025 International Youth Day celebration. I want to thank the Rivers State government, particularly the Ministry of Youth Development, under the leadership of Mrs. Rohama KJ. I can say for a fact this is the best youth celebration we've ever had. I want to say thank you for giving us a platform to show what Rivers youth are doing.
It was a good event, one like we've never seen before. And I learned a whole lot, especially in areas of entrepreneurship. And I also got to understand the leverage of digitalization, especially as it affects the youth in Rivers State. And we hope that over the years, we'll see much more events like this.
The event also featured the Youth for Excellence Awards, honoring outstanding contributions from young achievers and pioneers. The Rumoliti family of Rumalogo town in Akpo Kingdom, Obiakpo local government area of River State, has congratulated their illustrious son and legal icon, Okewali, a senior advocate of Nigeria, on his appointment as chairman of the governing council of the River State University and the sole administrator, retired Vice Admiral Ibokete Ibas. In a statement signed by the head of the family, Chief Gregory Nwaru Ezi Oliti, the family described the appointment as a well-deserved recognition of Wali's consistent contributions to the development of River State in particular and Nigeria at large. The family expressed confidence that, given his wealth of experience, Wali will bring about remarkable progress and transformation in the institution within a short time. They also prayed for God's continued guidance, strength, and wisdom for him as he takes on the challenges of the office. The Rumoliti family extended appreciation to the sole administrator of River State, Ibas, for playing a pivotal role in making the appointment a reality. They equally congratulated the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, praising him for the tremendous infrastructural transformation in Abuja and prayed for God's continued blessings and upliftment upon him. On the foreign scene, U.S. health authorities have suspended the license for the Chick vaccine against the chikungunya virus following reports of serious adverse events. The vaccine is one of just 2 vaccines approved by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration for the mosquito spread virus, which mainly occurs in tropical and subtropical regions, but has recently been discovered to countries worldwide. The drug's French maker, Valneva, obtained U.S. approval for the vaccine in 2023, but reports of side effects have prompted reviews, in particular over its use in older patients, including by the European Medicines Agency this year. Public health experts say chikungunya could be a potential future pandemic threat as climate change pushes the mosquitoes that spread it into new regions. The symptoms are similar to those of dengue fever and Zika virus, with high fever and severe joint pain that is often debilitating and varies in duration. In July, the World Health Organization warned of the risks of a major chikungunya epidemic, calling for urgent action. To end the news, here's a summary of the major stories. President Bola Tinubu has arrived in Brasilia on a state visit to strengthen diplomatic and economic ties with Brazil. We told you that the PDP governors have faltered ADC's position on its forum's Zamfara meeting. On the foreign scene, you also heard that the U.S. health authorities have suspended the license for the vaccine against chikungunya virus following reports of serious side effects. And that's the news as edited by Stella Sasongo Okori. For comments and inquiries, please call 0818-389-2850 or send your emails to news@todayfmlive.com. You can also read our stories on www.todayfmlive.com. I am Faustina Uputu. Good afternoon and thank you for listening.
Today's news, today's entertainment, today's sports, today's issues. Today on Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt.
What's a successful business without sales? And what is sales without an audience? Well, do you know that you can reach 8 million listeners across 6 states in 2 geopolitical zones all at once? How? With Today 95.1 FM, you can get millions of people to know about your business. And what does that mean to you? More sales. Call 081-389-2850 now for more information.
Education never ends, and we believe it starts even way earlier than most of us think. On Andre Gorgie. Every Tuesday, 1 to 2 p.m., we unravel these various building blocks and its challenges that make you and I better versions of ourselves. Andre Gorgie on Today 95.1 FM.
Today is business. Today is a new trend for your businesses. We give you all the information you need to grow your business, new ideas and innovations that keep you earning more and staying relevant.
Every day, we engage in business, buying and selling, trading, and exchanging of services as individuals or as a country. Money goes round, it goes up and down. But have you ever wondered what business is all about? And have you ever wondered how you can stand out in your business?
Today FM has got you covered every Wednesday between the hours of 1 p.m. to 2 p.m.
Learn all you need from professionals on how the country runs its business affairs and how you can be an outstanding entrepreneur and grow your business.
Business Today.
I see you too. It all depends on what you want to do. I pretend make you just stay.